at the moment, what were we doing? We were just kind of exploring. I think we were about to turn in for the evening. So I may do that now. Maybe we'll open up with that. Is there anything we can talk to Kim about before we call it a night
Yes?
here? For those who are just joining us, maybe you've never seen this game before. We are playing as a detective, or I guess a cop, in this very unique world. And basically our job right now is to somehow, we've been called to a murder case. Kim is sort of our partner here. And yeah, somebody has been hung in like kind of this courtyard area. And we've run into all kinds of interesting issues trying to basically collect the body and then figure out kind of, yeah, that's kind of where we're at. I think, going to, I guess, call it an evening here. In the game now. We're going to continue streaming, of course.
The door is closed. This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on. Somewhere inside, a tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you.
Swallow the emotion.
The door is closed.
Okay. Is there any... Oh, what do we have here? Nothing on the front page rings a bell. Just checking to see if we've missed anything at all. When we did do this this beginning part, it was actually catching up. Did we try this door? We'll knock. Absolutely nothing.
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Okay, good night.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. We'll recap. I'm here for that. Let's do it.
The air outside is brisk.
Ooh.
The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then,
I got a little bit worried that was never going to load in. It started to freak out a little bit. Come on, little Nintendo Switch, you got this.
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically.
He lights a cigarette. Didn't know you smoked.
I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
How'd you get so cool?
You mean this? This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary trial of will and unhealthy.
Keeping the habit within the parameters he's given himself takes a lot of focus. It would be easier to simply quit. Yet, were he to quit, he would lose the cool factor. This man relishes his cool quite a bit below it all.
Oh. That used to happen even before the weird money-grabbing patch. Okay. An oldie but a goodie. When I see a Bonnie treat came in, we will grab that in just a moment. We have one ourselves
I
here?
apologize, but I only brought one with me. I have exactly one cigarette every night while going over my notes.
Okay, let's do it.
Yes, it's been a long and eventful day.
Just look into the night. What are our powers? Well, how do you think today went?
Well, we inspected the victim's body, so that's good. It was not easily approachable in that state, but we did it.
We did get that done. That is very true.
I would say our initial inspection was very thorough, and we have solid leads to follow up on. The body is still hanging from that tree, which is unfortunate. And there's still much to do at the crime scene.
He is not particularly satisfied with your progress. But he doesn't want you to feel completely discouraged. Probably out of fear that you'll just give up and keep drinking.
It's all part of the plan, starting from the outside and working back towards the scene of the murder. That's good.
It's not my job to evaluate your methodology, officer. I'm just going through the facts. As for the interviews, we weren't able to find the union leader, Everard Clare, much less interview him. So that's on the to-do list for tomorrow. We talked to Joyce Messier, but didn't get any information from her.
Killing it.
I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. We have to get her to talk to us. Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice?
Didn't you shoot it? So I did not. I encouraged Kim to shoot and he missed. Which was unfortunate. Yeah, I was a little afraid to do it myself. Loading time seemed pretty good. Yeah, it's been so much better on here. I don't know why I do the things that I do. Training for a long distance run to raise money for charity. A man proves fast, the rest has to try to keep up. I don't know why I do.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age. And in those hills. Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange.
Looks at your snakeskin shoes and smiles suddenly. Alright, yeah, let's ask
They're
about
quite
the RCM.
limited, actually. The power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
Yeah, wouldn't that be easy to abuse?
Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM. The RCM's primary role is to ensure safety. We are not really supposed to play any part in the economic structure of Revachol.
Okay.
We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station cold sleep. It prevents confusion and overcrowding. You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up.
So I was asking about, like, how do you know they're going to show up after you request them to show up? I see. And if someone resists?
As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in your watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power.
Okay, what happens to the people we convict?
We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Couron and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them.
Taps his coat pocket where he keeps his notes. Wait, so if I kill somebody while on duty?
You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually your witness. Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best.
Who makes all these rules?
Yes, the international community's mission in Revachol, and the moral intern more broadly.
Seeing if Bonnie wants to get her treat right now. Summer has put a redemption in here. She has, as you can see, ooh, there she is. Popped in briefly for a nice quick treat. Thank you, Summer, for the redemption. Oh, quick work of that one. Are you back awake again, Bob? Very good. Okay. We're back in business here, people. Couple scritchies for the road here. Oh, yeah. That's the good stuff. That's the good stuff. All right, thanks very much again for the redemption. Let's get back into it.
The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less. Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM.
Let's say it was the citizens.
Be sentimental if you like. Either way, the Moralintern leases us the right to keep the peace in this city, and they will take it away if we misuse it.
Moral intern, what is that?
The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed.
If I didn't know, how would you describe them? I really don't know. That's how bad it is.
They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world.
And what do they believe in?
What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just technocrats. Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think of them from that.
Something kind and usual. Something almost self-explanatory. Something ominous.
A historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me.
What do you think?
The Moralintern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen.
It is more than that. There's some kind of affection in him.
You like them?
Yes, I did, when I was younger. In my 20s, I considered myself a moralist. A blue forget-me-not, a piece of the sky. They're not all that bad.
That's another leitmotif associated with moralism.
But the years have changed that. I don't know what I believe in now. No, I believe in the RCM. That's enough for me.
Okay. I have an opinion.
Do you?
The lieutenant arches his brow, pulls on his cigarette, the slim white thing in his fingers. Hmm. A second opinion. I don't actually have an opinion. How do I feel about this? I don't know. This is always such a tough thing to make, like a big sort of statement when I really don't fully understand like the world quite yet. Yeah, I don't know. We'll do top one.
In fact, we would need them even if you didn't think that way. We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes.
Oh, we should be vigilant. We're Batman.
Then you will adore Martinez. For many of these people, the Union especially, vigilantes is precisely what we are. Personally, I don't enjoy it much.
There. We'll kind of stare out into nothingness.
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag.
Welcome back, Slade.
This soldier is the highlight of the day for me, he thinks. This little stick right here.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different inland, in Jamrock and the GRIH.
Why are they like this?
It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdictions of our two precincts.
And in Jamrock and the GRIH?
We run this city. West of the river is RCM land.
He looks at the dark silhouette of the equestrian monument cutting into the night sky.
It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works. Our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate.
Hope our investigation will improve the situation here. At least do some good.
Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
Fair enough. Thank you for this.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
Puts out the stub of a cigarette and looks to the door. Level up, by the way. Let's go. So I think we actually have 2 skill points that we can use. Don't necessarily have to do them now. That's kind of good to know, because we also have to deal with this stuff. We have actually a bunch of things here that we can still use. Socioeconomics, Kingdom of Conscience, this White Mourning, Derealization. I don't think any of these other ones we don't have. We don't have those yet. I might unlock one spot here. And then we'll save the other one in case we need it. Heading in, I guess. It's cold. Right. And a good day to you, sir. See you in the morning. Okay. Bye. Oh, that's his. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that was Kim's apartment. Cool. That one is the one girls we talked to right at the beginning. I don't know if anything different happens if we don't have Kim here, so I'm just gonna peek really fast. What's that? It's like an interactable point in there.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. I love those. Yes?
Nothing. It's the money guy, right? Okay, him. Yeah. Alright. I figured I'd peek. I think the day ends at 2 a.m. This is like Stardew Valley rules here. So, good enough to go, I think. We're in. Anything else we can look at and hear that is of
The fan
use?
is spinning.
On the light bulb?
A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain. The lights are off.
Okay. I guess we sleep there. Is there anything else in here that we can check? I haven't.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
Haven't really
In
checked
it,
that yet.
your face.
Oh, it looks like my
adorned
camera just
with
died.
the expression.
What? Our nation will bring you up over here for now. That's very strange. My other camera just shut off. Oh, you haven't really done any of these things, huh? Stop them from fogging. Oh, really? We can do some things here. Source of the expression. Oh, it's been frozen since you got... Oh, really? Huh? Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that camera. That's very strange. Okay, well, I'll have a look at that. I think we have a backup for now. You have to deal with front and center woofs here for a little bit. I'll leave it for now. I guess if we have the chain cutters in our hand, does that change that check a ton? How do I do this? Held R. Okay, cool.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In
It's
it,
even.
your face, adorned. The chain cutters slip out of your hands as you attempt to twist the faucet into place. Well, you know one thing for sure. You've probably never been a plumber.
Okay. What's going crazy in here? The map. Interfacing. What is interfacing? It's this one. Master machines, pick, locks, and pockets. Okay. Don't know if that's an essential one to have right now.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 9 p.m.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's have a little sleep.
The
Let's
sheets
have
feel
sleep.
at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes.
Okay, what's gonna happen now?
And then sleep doesn't come.
Doesn't.
And then sleep doesn't come.
Yeah, but I want to sleep.
Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed, but it's not happening.
Why?
Maybe it's the bed's fault.
Check the pillow.
Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly.
Does it do anything if I check
Its
it again?
synthetic filling
No.
has separated into... It barely
Okay.
covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here, intimate and warm, breathing.
Yeah, that camera thing is a little bit interesting. What is what is this? Another Krelos banger there. That's really good. Let's see if I can bring this up. Yeah, okay, cool. Here we go. Look at that. That's a really good edit. With this like filter over the top as well. That's really good. Krelos. Well done. Well done. Really, really good.
Under your thrumming eyelids, you see a dizzying array of colors. You won't get off this carousel quite so easily.
I guess we'll roll over.
It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. Who killed him? Who?
Something to do with... What was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves.
Union, huh?
Something to do with... What
It's
was
the
it
same
your
thing.
breathing steadies? A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
Sweet, sweet images. Oh, what do we have here? It's like the world. We've got some like goop going on. So we have to go in here. Is this like a disco ball? Oh, I love it. What is this? It's us, I just realized. Boy.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
What is this?
What it says on the can, Harry. Answer the question.
Remember nothing.
Do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
You said
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs, between her legs and in her mouth?
What is this?
You know who I am. I'm the bad day. The one where you ask her, and then later in the streets, wandering. It's the worst day of all time, Harry dear. And it's coming. She will hear about it on the phone. Reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Tell me, do you remember the love of your life?
I was left, question?
That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
Get it all back?
No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
Ooh, what is Elysium?
Everything. The Pale and the Islas. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history.
Oh. Okay, that seems like a lot.
You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
Boy, this is getting crazy. Talked to you before.
No, Harry. You were just talking to yourself. That's all you ever do. Even in your dreams. And the act is wearing thin. The spots of the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time. Sweating up the bed. Stinky boy.
I can come back from this.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours. Bumping into things and acting like a clown.
Not with that attitude.
Who are you kidding? You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
There's another type?
Oh yes, party boy. And it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
That's a very interesting cut. All right. So bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, I'm sure. And we finally made it to day 2.
Good going, buddy.
They said we couldn't do it. We made it. I had the most beautiful dream. Yeah, what was that?
Oh, just a dream. You have ones like that all the time. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night.
Yeah, what is
You
going
mean,
on?
why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
I actually feel super good.
That's not really true.
That is
Your
correct.
heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more. Don't do that. Stay strong. The hangover will wear off. You don't need to keep doing this to yourself. Speed is a potent central nervous system stimulant. It kept you propped up all day yesterday, despite your debilitating hangover. How else did you think you even got up from this floor? You got up from this floor because of a holy vow you made 16 years ago. With me.
Oh,
To wake up exactly 7:30 every morning until the day you die.
well.
Don't be silly. There was no vow. You were high on speed. That was the only reason you got up. You can't detect without it. It's that simple.
No, we're not gonna
Are
do that.
you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week. Let's be honest, 2 weeks. Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired.
We're off.
Suit yourself, slow, sad shell man. See how you do without your spark.
We got this. We got this. We're gonna figure this situation out. Dang it. Alright, so let me put this back. I don't know if there's anything else really that we need to
The window
do
stands
here.
broken in its frame. The morning light hurts your eyes.
Let me do one thing. I've
The fan is spinning. The
Light
lights
bulb on.
are on.
Okay, so we're able to turn the light on now. That's good. Yeah, feeling strong. Feeling good about that. Is there anything else we
The
can
bed is still
do
co-
here? Can't rest. All right, let's do it. I can't imagine what's gonna happen today. 15 degrees centigrade dull. Let's go. That's nice. Should we wake Kim up, I guess? You ready, pal? Nope, he's probably already down there, let's be honest. Oh. Got worried we just froze. We're good.
The door is closed. Still no answer.
Still
Still nothing. This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside.
Had to check. You gotta check these things. We gotta do our due diligence here. And welcome back, Summer. Ooh, another Bonnie treat. Why not? Whoa, what's happening here? Hang on. We can't just get a Bonnie treat. We gotta make sure we're not missing any key items here. You want one more treat, bub? Let's see here. You're gonna have to come with me down here because for some reason my other camera is not working. Here you go. This one is from Summer. Very sleepy, but very tasty, huh? Thank you very much, Summer. Where were we? We were bloop up here. Bloop. Oh, and my camera actually went out once again. Oh, this is good. Stream is falling apart here on me. Stand by while we fix all of the things. We have me back. Guess that'll have to do. That'll have to do. Okay, we're back. Day 2, 7:35 a.m. Hey, good morning.
Morning. Looks like we can get to work at once. The union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
Yeah, let's do it. What do you mean rowdy?
I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the union. These men here.
Oh. Yeah, it is kind of funny. Like, it's interesting, especially like as you're trying to figure this game out. There are just like so many like characters that are telling you what to do constantly, and trying to figure out like, I mean, not all of them are very like believable and truthful to you, you know, because they all kind of have their own things that they want. It's very interesting. The game is so cool. It's really interesting.
Men who drink beer for breakfast? There's talk of an armed wing of the union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing. I think it's them.
Oh, of course. Why do we gotta talk to them?
Everything points to the dock workers union. The belt used for hanging him, the circumstances in Martinez, my preliminary information, which may, of course, all be wrong. But we still need to talk to them, and it won't be easy.
Well, I love a good talk, so that's good. Are these the men Gart told us about yesterday?
I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep.
Me too.
It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said. One loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it.
Yeah. Okay. Why there's so many? We should call reinforcements.
That would just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between the RCM and the debarder. In fact,
Fair enough.
even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all-out war. So let's keep a cool head, okay?
Let's
One more
roll.
thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Good. A power move. Purposefully concentrate on something else first. Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms.
All right.
But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
Oh, but of course.
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
All right. Well, maybe we'll let them sweat a little bit. You know, that's fine. Anything new with our buddy
Can
Gart
I
here?
help you?
What, my bill?
Got the 20 real?
Not yet.
Then why are you wasting my time
I just wanted to say
and
hi.
yours?
Yeah, I'm just being friendly.
Just a moment.
Elena. Old woman turns back to the cafeteria manager.
She's agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edge of her blanket.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
Cafeteria manager appears genuinely apologetic.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
Yeah, everything okay?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working. The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
Hey, what's up with the phone lines?
The manager was vague about it.
Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later. Ask God, maybe.
To let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night. But they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them.
This isn't good.
I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
I need to take care of my main thing. No, we're taking this. We're taking this case.
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully.
Oh, expedition.
But you have more important things to worry about.
No. Yeah, go on. Expedition?
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the waterlock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
Yeah, well, who is Gary?
Oh, sweetie, it's nothing like that. Gary's as loyal as they come. I trust him with my husband's life any day.
Are they in a rough neighborhood?
There's a nameless old fishing village nearby, but we've never had any trouble there before. There is a lot of crime around here, isn't there?
It sure seems like it.
I can't say it's the best part of town, but I wouldn't worry too much about a pair of grown men traveling together.
Okay.
Do it. Find her husband. This will surely lead to a cryptozoological mystery with that extremely rare insect.
We must.
Some fringe science is exactly what's needed right now. Spice up that vanilla murder investigation.
Accept task.
Are you sure we have time to go chasing after bug hunters just now? I did suggest we play it cool, but...
Yeah, I've got a premonition that this is connected. Although, I don't really actually feel that way. It's a little side thing. We'll do it down the line. Yeah.
If you say so.
Let's go.
Oh, thank you, officers. Truly, I'll be right here if you come across any sign of Morel.
Okay, so yeah, let's talk about the scientist
yes.
situation.
A zoologist. A cryptozoologist, to be more precise.
It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends.
Ooh.
That's one opinion, yes. And people are entitled to their opinions.
She's used to playing off such insults casually, but they still affect her.
My apologies, ma'am. I did not mean to undermine your hobby.
It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious. Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research.
She's completely internalized her husband's struggles. They are her own.
All right, more about this. What is it? Ooh, what's this check? Hang on. Can we scroll down here? Suggestion. Maybe you could convince her to tell you about some cool cryptids. Oh, we should try that. First though, morale. Yeah, what are we
Oh
looking
dear,
at?
I'm not sure where to begin.
What does he look like?
Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's. And his palms are quite coarse from all the field work, but he's quite gentle.
Okay.
It's always a challenge to describe the person you know best in the world.
Oh,
you.
well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame, and he has longish white hair, usually a bit uncombed. You might say wild, even.
The lieutenant pulls out his notebook and begins jotting down the woman's description.
Okay.
One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds, you know, just in case.
How long have you been married?
We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn. Not the most numerically satisfying anniversary, but I like the less obvious milestones even more somehow.
Okay. How'd the two of you
By
meet?
a dating agency, I'm ashamed to say. I was
Agency?
looking to get back into the scene after recovering from my accident. And he'd just divorced. We hit it off, and, well, here we are.
All right.
She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more later.
Perhaps. Let's move
I
on.
hope I've been useful.
This rare
Oh,
insect.
sweetie, it's fascinating. But I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
Yeah, we gotta hear about it,
Well,
right?
it's a phasmid, technically, but
Phasmid.
Oh yeah. Here comes the interesting.
where other phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself among the reeds here on the Insulindian coast.
Okay.
Hence its name, the Insulindian phasmid. Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering the phasmid with us, officers.
I knew it. We're gonna be chasing made-up insects with cryptozoologists.
It's not made up, officer. I can assure you. It's simply elusive, so much so that most establishment zoologists doubt it exists at all.
So why is it here? Yeah.
Well, some teenagers making out in the reeds saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local newspaper about their encounter with a ghost insect
Ooh,
that looks like the reeds. Gary sent us the clipping.
ghost insect. The newspaper clipping is all the evidence that you have.
Of course, most phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the Insulindian phasmid perfectly, and they didn't even know what they were looking at.
Okay.
Enthusiasm has wiped the worry from her face. Her eyes sparkle behind her glasses.
You seem really excited about this cryptid.
I suppose I have something of a personal connection to the Insulindian phasmid.
Who doesn't?
All scientists have their little hobby horses.
Okay, is it dangerous?
Not at all. Why else would it hide itself so carefully?
Is it valuable?
Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology for the money, sweetie.
Does it have cool powers?
Yes, it can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds. It's how it stayed hidden all these years, centuries even.
Okay, what's so special about the stick
Oh
bug?
dear. I'm afraid I'm not explaining this very well. It is very special.
Ooh.
Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. Then you'd understand, I'm sure.
Suggestion. Let's do it. Hit me.
Sometimes the most charming thing you can do is be reasonable in your requests.
Kim is gonna hate this, but could you tell me just one more interesting cryptid fact?
I suppose you could use a break and I could use a distraction.
One cryptid, like you said. One. This can't turn into some kind of cryptid extravaganza. We have things to do.
Cryptid extravaganza. I like the sound of that. Promise.
He nods and assumes a waiting posture. Ooh, tough choice there.
Yeah, one little cryptid. Oh, so we have to choose. Biggest one, tiniest one, most dangerous one. Is that a cryptid on this pen that you gave me? Are there any invisible cryptids? Oh, that could be cool. I think let's check the pen.
Yes, it's the kind green ape.
Ooh.
Half war story, half undiscovered species in the genus Homo.
Ooh, war story.
Yes, it was reported by soldiers in South Safra during the war. The kind green ape would visit bunkers during the night, healing wounded soldiers with its saliva.
With its saliva.
Yes, it has amazing healing qualities.
Didn't expect
Some
that.
soldiers reported growing back limbs, regaining their sight.
There's something about an undiscovered subspecies of man.
Indeed, there is. It's our closest relative among the cryptids. Same taxonomic family, different genus. Which is to say, the kind green ape is a species with which we share a common ancestor and that evolved parallel to our own. Just like your partners.
I knew it, Kim. You're not human. That's why I always have to take the lead, right? Yeah.
The lieutenant looks at you, pleasantly surprised.
Obviously, Kim is one of us.
Oh, no, I didn't mean
us.
to imply that Saolites are inferior to us in many ways. You are superior. For example, your earwax doesn't have a foul odor like ours does.
Oh, was that
A
the case?
tremendous evolutionary advantage, I'm sure. But perhaps we've had enough speculative biology for today?
What about the invisible ones?
Hey, you promised you'd only ask about one cryptid.
But Kim, don't you want to hear about another one too? No, we have to
He
come back.
nods approvingly.
We'll ask more about that later. We have business to take care of, unfortunately. Duty calls. What is this? The tomatoes are so thinly sliced, you can see right through them.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook.
So I think we may have done this on the initial playthrough that we lost.
As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Goranci and Kubek.
It fits so much investigation into this.
Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Goranci Kubek. Please. It's not funny.
We'll take care.
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
Ooh, door.
He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door.
Good pots.
He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
I don't think I need to say anything else. Stay masculine. That's a one way to end the
You see
conversation.
a heavy steel door with
Okay, nothing new on that. Ooh. We have here 36 months coming in from Grommet. Thank you very much, Grommet, for coming back. Or another one, my friend. Thank you, thank you.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook.
Nice. It's pretty good run back there. That'd be pretty crazy if you could change the very good voice acting to TTS Brian on and off. That'd be kind of funny.
Let me handle this.
Oh, hang on. We already did
Detective
engage with these people here.
disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are?
Oh.
This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten. I advise you not to overstay your welcome.
Oh, okay. Hey,
her entire character has shifted. This young woman is cold as ice.
You lied to me. You're not the gardener. Or do we just say, but you're the gardener? Yeah, that's normal. It is normal to ask some questions.
Yes, extremely normal. I'm not a gardener, by the way. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union.
Oh, we've been double.
So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does.
Points to the man on her right.
That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you.
Oh.
No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
Tell him, Kim.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
Good gravy. I didn't expect that change there. A little twist. So what's your role?
Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do you have hearing problems?
No. Well, got some problems, I think, but maybe not hearing. What if I want to talk to you?
What you want is of no significance, officer.
Oh, with the pause.
Don't test your authority. In Martinez, You are no one.
What are you gonna do to me? Not satisfied. Oh no!
What are we going to do to you?
I want to impress.
The
Kim.
union isn't going to do anything to you. It is not a crime syndicate. It is a labor organization.
Goddamn right it is.
He's listening in.
If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people. But we digress.
We'll talk to him when we're ready. We're not gonna do it now. We'll play it cool. Play it cool. What's this?
Was that? Could it be? The Koldamama Dakwa? No. It's probably just your imagination ringing in your ear.
Okay.
There seems to be an extremely high-pitched ring. Ultrasonic. Lena said it was very high-pitched, right? It's like something tickles your ear. Lena also said that it couldn't be heard by any other animal, including humans. What you're hearing must just be a regular bird.
Let's listen closely.
There it is again. You're about to rediscover a long-lost species.
Let's go.
It must be very close. Maybe, just maybe, it will come toward you.
Yes.
Keep still. It might perch on your shoulder.
Hold very still and hope that a bird comes to perch on your shoulder. Ask him.
I don't hear the Koldomama Dakwa, and neither do you.
Of course he doesn't. He's deaf.
Now it's hold still.
Oh no. The sound. It's moving away. Somewhere over there. Go after it. No. Too late. It's gone. Keep your ears peeled then. If the species really has migrated to Martinez, you're sure to hear it again.
Okay. Well, we have a thought now. That would be a hilarious thing if we're able to... I mean, what does this even do for us? No research... No temporary research bonus. Oops. Hang on. Like, what is... The buttons here are so weird. I guess we can't see it. Alright, we're gonna sharpen our ear here. What a hilarious thing to... We've got all these thoughts instead. We're gonna go after this one. Okay. There's a couple things that I've been meaning to do. Is Kuno still out here? Oh, it's non-stop, huh? Just going. Constantly going. You gotta give him credit. Committed to the bit. Is that a person up at the top of the roof up here? Get up there, I wonder. It's just a regular Tuesday. We never went in here, did we? Who's this? This is new person. Hello, new person. Can I please also do this listening thing? I'd like to listen to whatever can be listened to. There it is. Takes willpower to even read the author's name. Jan Kaus from Nagoya. Hello? Book person? A good one?
Yes? Hello?
Who are you?
Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
Okay.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much. If she's such a working class woman, why isn't she working?
Well, that's true. But what are you doing?
Looking for something to read. It is.
I'm a
I know you
policeman.
are.
Do you need the help of a
What
policeman?
with?
What with? A lot of things. For example, people tend to go missing.
Maybe your husband is missing? What is that? What is that kind of... Watch her browse books.
Her hands move over the book covers. The tips of her fingers look rough, stained with yellow. It seems like she has spent a lot of time at work, smoking.
I guess we'll suggest her husband's missing.
My husband? No, he's not.
Where could he be?
I don't know. At home now? Out drinking with his friends? Working?
Where is this going, officer?
What I'm hearing is you don't actually know where he is.
Yes, but I don't really need to know where my husband is. Not all the time.
Wouldn't you like to?
No.
I can totally help you find him.
Why are we still talking about this? I haven't lost my husband.
She has, though. The husband is totally lost.
Hush, baby.
You should tell her that it's okay.
It's okay.
What?
It's all right not to know where your husband is. Nothing shameful in that.
Who said anything about shame? Stop talking down to me. My husband is not missing.
This is the most bizarre conversation
But
we've had in
he
this
is.
game, I think.
You can feel it. Or maybe it's something else then.
Maybe your cockatoo is missing.
I don't mean to disrespect, sir, but you are being a bit of a cockatoo here.
For what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get like this. It's better to indulge him at this point.
Ma'am, I was asking about your cockatoo. Is
I
it
don't
missing?
even have a cockatoo. And guess what?
What?
Even if I had, it wouldn't be missing.
All right, cockatoo not missing. Just want
Great.
to make sure. Yeah, what did you mean by me being a cockatoo?
Wonderful.
I'll skip that. Maybe your children are missing.
No, absolutely not.
Where are they?
Are you a policeman or a nanny?
I'm a nanny.
They are not missing, sir.
You know where they are. They're at home, smoking, giving the ladder of vices a chance.
They're at home, smoking.
That's just... My daughters are perfectly fine. They're with their friends down in Jamrock. There's nothing to worry about.
She's getting upset. Her voice has risen as she tries to convince herself that her daughters are safe.
They're almost grown up now anyway. They're past the age they need me protecting them from everything now.
I'm afraid the danger is now greater than ever.
My youngest girl, Jolie, is just shy of 16. Jenny, she is turning 18 next month. But we shouldn't even be talking about them.
Can you tell me about their appearance?
Why do you need to know this? Haven't I
don't know.
repeatedly told you that they're not missing? That they're in Jamrock, safe and well, at some stupid party?
It's for the investigation. I'm trying to be
There is
professional.
no investigation here. I can tell you that.
I'll let you read.
The woman before you nods and returns to her reading.
Holy moly, huh? I think we got a lot there. We did good. Oh, autosave. Whoa, there we go, okay.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
Ooh, we can ask about the woman.
Oh, that's Auntie Billy. She's nice if a bit distressed.
Oh, why is she
I think
distressed?
she is a bad husband. Not very nice or helpful.
Aha! Alright. We got you, Auntie. Your husband
My
is
husband?
missing.
No, he's not.
You have a bad husband.
Excuse me? A bad husband?
A not nice and
Do
helpful.
policemen just go around repeating what some kid off the street said?
I'm just detecting.
She doesn't mean to be antagonistic, but she can't help coming off defensive.
Is she now? Annette's a sweet sprout, but she doesn't know anything about marriage. Why am I even talking about this?
So you don't have a bad
No, I
husband?
don't. I have a good husband. The kind and helpful sort. And he's not missing.
He's totally missing.
Totally missing.
You're welcome.
The woman before you nods.
Totally missing. Alright, let's get in here and let's see if we can find a missing husband. Probably. Gonna come right across that at some point. What do we have here? We've got some goodies. What are these? Gift books and molten candy.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Hyundai somewhere.
Hyundai. Storekeep, tell me about the Muscle Man books.
Oh, Man from Hyundai. A very popular series of adventure novels. They're awfully immoral and violent books.
Oh.
Blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. They're bound to grab those with little imagination and nothing to do.
I see. That doesn't sound like
At
something
last,
I'd be interested
someone
in.
sensible.
Play
However,
up.
I still urge you to buy one. Can't judge a book by the cover, they say. If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Hyundalaman, the man from Hyundal. It's supposed to be a good introduction to the series.
So I think we need 20 real to sleep, so I cannot purchase that book as much as I really want to.
Rows and rows of Hyundalamen blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Hyundal and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Hyundal, Return to Hyundal. And the solipsistic Man from Hyundal and the Hyundal Man.
Good God, how many are there?
Maybe 100. Man from Hyundal and the sages at the end of the world. Man from Hyundal and the false god.
That's a good one.
Man from Hyundal and the scorched earth. Man from Hyundal, the Hyundal colonies. Man from Hyundal and the swamp beast. Man from Hyundal and the snow crabs.
Central. Is that all?
Not even close.
Oh my
Man
goodness.
from Hyundal in hell. Man from Hyundal and the forest of slaves. Man from Hyundal under the lake. Man from Hyundal, Hyundal burning. There's even the Trial of Death, a pastoral combat game book set in the world of Hyundalaman, and so much more.
Holy moly, there's a lot of these things. Do any of these books call out to me? Sure.
A twinge at the back of your head makes you flinch. Your eye starts twitching.
Oh, what is it?
Your hand reaches toward a book with glossy cover art of the very muscular Man from Hyundal in chains, kneeling in front of a staircase leading to a throne. A woman sits on the throne, leering at the man.
Oh. At this point, Man from Hyundal doesn't mean anything to me anymore. It's been said so many times. It's so funny. In The Missing Husband.
She's laughing at him, belittling him.
Oh no.
Between the throne and the Hyundalaman lies a bonfire, casting shadows on the wall. The shadow of the woman's headdress looks like a pair of devil horns. The title reads, Man from Hyundal and the Devil Woman.
How can you peddle such filth?
The entire series is also endearingly racist, if I may add.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, sirs, I know. This really isn't representative of our values, but the store has to cater to its customers.
I see.
The display rack before you is burdened under piles of Man from Hyundal novels.
Okay, we've got 2 books that we can purchase then at a perhaps later date. Okay. Hyundal. What is this? Old sports magazines tucked away in a corner. How about this? The book collects the national recipes of Arda. They're all about lake trout. We will talk to her shortly. Oh, what is this mysterious thing here?
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room.
Oh.
A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
This place is haunted, right?
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
For now, we're gonna leave it. You're lucky. I'm investigating right now.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over.
Right, this is referred to before. What's with all this crime fiction?
Crime, robberies, murders, even sexual crimes. We're fortunate to have Dick Mullen and his stories to sort all that out.
Oh.
You're a police officer, apparently.
Apparently.
You should buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
Oh.
Crime fiction is a disgrace.
Oh. Okay.
An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives. Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family.
I guess that's true.
Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
Yes, please.
You see Dick Mullen on the job. Get Me Mullen. The Stalwart Adventures of Richard P. Mullen. Dick Mullen and the Murder in the Orchard. The Sordid Affair of Dick Mullen. A killing is declared. Dick Mullen in the Murder House. The Final Case of Dick Mullen. An Obvious Lie. Dick Mullen in the Clock Tower. The Ordeals of Dick Mullen. Dauntless Dick. Dick Mullen's Funeral Pyre. The Murder of Dick Mullen.
Dick Mullen died?
Oh no. Turns out he fated to solve a case.
Yeah, let's keep him going.
Yes. There's also the dame who did it. Farewell, my Mullen. Faking death seems to be a common trope in the Mullen series. The morbid tales of Dick Mullen. A dark tide turns. Tragedy calls for Dick Mullen. Another one with fake death. And, of course, Dick Mullen, the murderer. In order to catch a murderer, Dick Mullen must become the murderer. After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is Dick Mullen?
Reaction speed 4, let's go.
Your quick eye notices a small caterpillar crawling across the spine of a book. The title reads, Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity.
What do we have here? Mistaken
A worn
Identity.
paperback from Dick Mullen's classic hard-boiled phase. The premise seems to be that Dick Mullen is framed for the murder of his best friend and has just a few days to prove his innocence.
Why does this speak to me?
Could it be the motifs of unstable identities and shocking betrayals?
It's gotta be something else. Yeah, I'm a complicated guy full of
Then
contradictions.
this is the book for you.
Yeah, we don't have all that money, but I'm glad that we saw it. We'll have a look at it perhaps when we're a little more flush with cash. Oh, a tome of fascist magic. Okay. A quaint picture book brochure, very colorful. Another big
The
box
plaque
of,
on the shelf reads,
of
biographies of famous people.
Oh, this is nice.
You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell.
Storekeep, anything of note on
I
the
would
shelf?
say The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to innocentic power.
Who or what is in innocence?
A very influential historical figure. But surely I don't have to tell you that. You're a law officer, and law officers have at least some education. The book is also very daring. The author aims to re-examine the universal understandings of the innocentic system, creating a fresh vantage point and a shift in the tired order of things.
So I thought it was about which of these innocences is the coolest and greatest.
Perhaps for a layman, deep analysis is necessary to peel back the multi-layered meanings.
Do her words seem vague and abstract to you?
So you recommend it?
Certainly, it's prudent for a person to have at least an elementary understanding of history and society. Imagine the chaos we'd be in otherwise.
You feel like you should get this one. Definitely. It's important somehow. There's something personal inside.
It again, very enticed
Browsing through all the books with all their names makes your head spin. None of these seem important or relevant. It's all just vapid egoism.
We do not have
Suddenly,
money.
a particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatraz, by one Cecilia Averbrook.
What's
High
it about?
Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history.
Oh.
One of them is the madcap driver, Jacob Irv. His blonde mane graces the cover. Next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called the Anti-Star. He's famous for shooting morphine into one of his eyeballs and cocaine into the other.
Wow. Well, that is
Next
something.
to that, Rivasholian radio
read
personality
that a couple
Guillaume
times.
Bevy stands in front of a rundown drug den. He's a permanent fixture on Channel 8, reporting on real-life crime and ruining cops' days.
I really must insist you buy one of the books. Reading them is not for free. Do still browse, though, but not too long. I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead. Take your time. Time is commerce.
Yeah, we'll leave that for now. We are getting a little bit rushed here, you know. Give me a sec here, you know.
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner.
Oh, map. We need a map.
The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
Yeah, the map of Revachol is the one that we were looking to
This
get
large
at some
map
point.
displays archipelagos.
wanna buy
You
it,
see a constellation of small dots
no
on the
money.
light blue emptiness of the Insulindic Ocean. The largest in the northeast is La Caillou. You are here. Another far away in the southwest, Seminese Islands, Ile de Fantôme. Ozon, Laurentide, Fas à la Mer, Archipelagos, North Arcade Islands, all just specks of dust on the vastness of the Insulindic. On the edges of the map, the color fades into a blur of dotted lines, black and white. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou in a bookstore. It's you.
Ooh, it's me. Squint first. Can you see the
You
cities?
can on Caillou, Revachol, a single black star on Ozon, Fondelier, and Vilmandu on archipelagos, Croyan Moran, Villiers, on Seminine, Olduvai, and on Laurentide, Deora of the Seven Seas. Lost little pearls of light, tiny fires in the dark.
Look at the edges.
The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, all pointing into pale nothingness. Windy is the north azimuth. Grad is the northeast azimuth. Samara is the east azimuth. Seo is the west azimuth. Isolas, they're called. Connections to other worlds. Words past the Insulindian, unknown to you. You only know you've never been there. You have little idea what they are. Distant stars, gods, but looking at them makes you feel almost non-existent. Whatever they are, the Isolas are immeasurably large compared to you, and very, very far away.
It's interesting. We actually failed that check.
Perhaps they are gods.
And failed
Gods
this one
of
too.
distance and outer dust.
Good grief. There's so much to this game.
The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the River Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center. To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. This is Revachol East.
Like I may never finish this game. There's just too much game.
Hudon, it's somewhere to live.
Crazy.
Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forberg. It's almost as bad and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst. It's so
Martinez?
small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is, north of Jamrock, the strip of coast next to the Greater Rivershell Industrial Harbour. It looks downright despondent. It's almost Coal City, to be honest. No, this is somewhere to be.
Ooh.
This is all you have. But it's still something.
There we go.
Streets and sodium lights, the sky, the world. You're still alive.
Gravy. All right, Martinez.
It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it, drawn from an isometric perspective. A date in the upper right corner says 48. Still, it's detailed.
Okay.
Could be pretty useful for scouting ahead.
Yeah.
You see the jagged boxes of an industrial harbour, even the whirling in rags there.
Okay, can we get this?
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them. They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
You seem to underestimate my resources, but sure, okay. Yeah, why is that one
That
so
old
cheap?
thing. It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be. From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago. They also renovated the horse statue,
All right.
set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps.
What happened then?
They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
Steal it instead? Ooh, it's not a very good chance. We could put a point into interfacing, though. We're so broke. I feel like 90 cents or whatever this is a lot of money. But I think the map would be pretty nice to have because I know that we can use it on the other kind of like the other screens. We could do it. We could just get an interfacing point here. Let's do it. I feel like that's a good enough reason to get a point. I hope we get thrown out of
Several
here.
maps.
Pretty
The maps
interested
look
in,
old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda,
Oh, we didn't
a
get that
map
much
of
on it.
Revachol, and a map of Martinez. You peek at the storekeeper, waiting for her to be distracted. When she's not looking, you deftly rip the map off the bulletin board and pocket it.
Oh my goodness.
You're now the proud owner of a map of Martinez, which, to be honest, did not even cost that much.
That is fair, but I'm actually quite worried about getting 20 real by the end of the day. Now, I am a cop in this game, and I probably shouldn't have stolen something, but I feel like it was for the greater good.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature.
Let's go. 3 streaks. Or 3 stream streaks. Let's go. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, confiscated by the name of the law.
Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services.
Was that
It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to, and which costs more than this book, is garbage, and would only give you cancer anyway, without even curing your cold or anything.
Jeez. Welcome, Grubby.
Wholeness,
Good morning.
unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything. Though it is important to note, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place. The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium,
Ooh,
It even lists plants you can harvest magnesium from.
That seems
How
nice.
to continue drinking if you're an alcoholic who has destroyed his liver.
Okay, relatable for our guy.
There's even a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition of using duck gallbladder preservatives to treat and prevent sexually transmitted diseases. Pre and post factum apply. Nothing worth buying.
Wow.
This is just mundane garbage. What's even paranatural about this? The throbbing in your head increases with every passing moment you gaze at this shelf.
Okay.
Suddenly, as if out of nowhere, a small green book becomes apparent. The title of it reads, Medicinal Purposes of the Pale.
Oh, yeah, what is the pale?
The book contains very little explanation on the matter. This knowledge seems to be taken for granted.
So what is the book about?
The book contains descriptions of various pseudoscientific therapies, alternative medicines, and folk remedies involving the pale, also known as le territoire. For example, it recommends vigorously swatting one's naked body with a venik or hand broom, made from the leafy twigs of a young birch tree from the near pale.
Okay. Yeah, painful.
It is supposedly invigorating and good for the circulation.
Okay, what else?
It also recommends consuming distilled spirits like vodka or whiskey that have been aged in the pale. Readers are instructed to cover these jars in a shallow hole just inside the pale and leave them there for 30 to 60 days, depending on the potency desired. Among other benefits, it is alleged to restore a damaged liver to perfect health.
Oh, well, that sounds helpful.
That seems improbable.
And also that too. That is true. Yeah, what else is there?
For general health and well-being, readers are encouraged to take regular strolls through the pale, though a sidebar cautions readers to limit each stroll to less than an hour. These strolls promise to cleanse the mind of worries and the body of toxins, especially if the perambulator performs this ritual in the nude. Nudity figures prominently in a number of these prescriptions. This is exactly what you need. There's an entire section devoted to cures for men who are struggling to perform their marital obligations.
Welcome in Raiders from ATK's stream. Hello, hello. Hello, Cat Brown. Welcome in Raiders. Very nice to have you here. You're joining us in the midst of some investigating here in Disco Elysium. We are we're looking through some books right now. Some invigorating detecting happening here. I do hope you had a great stream. Thanks for raiding over. Welcome all. I probably need that.
Excuse me, sir. I believe you've been perusing that particular volume long enough.
Oof.
If you'd like to continue reading, I must insist you buy it.
This one's not too expensive. $4.20 for the medicinal purposes of the pale. That's hilarious. What books are these, shopkeep?
Sir, please, no browsing in that shelf. That wisdom is not for free.
Oh, we can't even ask questions.
I can't have you end up, like, opening a police store next door and stealing my customers. Oh, no.
Owen. Okay. I guess that's a fair worry. What is this? Another boring book just discarded there. Okay. Hey, Mahomo. Mahomoho. Took me a second to read that. Welcome. And yeah, that's a good comment. Fallout. That's very good. All right, so let me talk to this person here. This is kind of a curious place. Oh, we haven't looked at this yet, have we?
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
Okay. But yeah, the reason that this building is interested is because we were told in one way or another that this building is haunted. And there's a mysterious curtain that's drawn over on our right side there, and I'm kind of interested in seeing what's back there. But let's check the board games first.
Wonderful board games, sir. The Viticulturist is a classic for sure, or perhaps you'd like Archipelagos of Insulinda, a very educational game for those interested in geography.
Okay.
Browbritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while. We have games for the whole family. You can play with your children.
Who are you going to play board games with? Do you have friends or family?
Do I have friends? Look at the lieutenant.
Are you actually friends? Or just colleagues thrown together by circumstance?
Yes, kids, friends, chicks. I've got all.
Then
those.
you're a lucky man, officer. Children are the greatest of treasures.
It appears that we don't.
For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations. It'll cost 12 real.
12 real is very steep, this economy.
Lousy auras there. No, role-playing games are popular among those types. You know, who are into those kind of things. Personally, I don't like it. Not at all. I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts. That they have rituals where they try to summon entities. Highly immoral stuff. You can still buy them, though.
Okay. We'll have a look through it.
An endless variety of source books, lore books, and codices litter the table. The topmost book is titled Welkin Compendium, 2nd edition. There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Katawak, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a Pick Your Path adventure game book titled Tales of Wirral, Cavern of Velkrag. Books in a board game section? Who wants to read books?
Who wants to read books? Yeah, is there anything
There's a
that
box
catches my eye?
that says Wirral, 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplements Module. The side panel notes, a fantastique adventure board game, new maps and miniatures. A sticker on it displays 25 real.
25
That
real.
price is steep, but then
yeah.
it's the 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplement, so it makes sense.
I love that I can just buy that. Alright, well, we'll keep those in mind. Those are pretty expensive. But, you know, that's the way the game goes sometimes.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance.
It's quite a name for a building, by the way, for a business.
Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
Before we go on, you seem to be well off enough. Can you give me some money? I feel like there won't be an opportune moment to ask later. So I would ask this because I find this to be funny. However, I've already stolen her map, so I feel like we've already gotten our freebie. So, are you the owner of the store?
I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
So what if I want to buy a book?
Goodness, you were already doing good, browsing the shelves. Why'd you stop? Don't you feel compelled? Go, go. Get back there. The books await you.
Alright, we already know what kind of books you have.
Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself. The shelves compel you, don't they?
She's attempting to mentally direct you towards the shelves. She only wants you to buy the goods. She doesn't care about the books.
Do you even know what books you have for
Truth be
sale?
told, not
What a-
really.
Sir.
My sister brings in most of the goods. I'm sure it's all very literary stuff with well-written prose. But you don't learn about the important things in life from fabricated stories. I provide a valuable service. As long as people buy books, I'm fine.
She wiggles her bony fingers at you.
The truth is available if you just know where to look, and you have to open and free your mind to understand.
She nods at you cryptically. Well, I guess we'll
She
look.
smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
Yeah, daughter is the one standing outside the store.
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
Totally slacking off. Yeah, no, she was doing a
Wonderful.
good job.
Did you talk to her?
I did.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
Her opinion of her daughter depends on how well she lured you into the store.
Not gonna grade a human being. Yeah, she's very good. Good review.
My precious.
5 stars.
Her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
I'm here to dismantle the free market and abolish child labor, so. I don't know how to push this. I feel like telling her how to parent is probably not my place.
God. I've told her not to do that. It's
But we're
such a
gonna do it anyway.
disgusting habit. She'll get over it. Anxiety is a part of life.
A part of hers, too, clearly.
I don't think she can do anything of it.
She can, if she has enough willpower. This is what's called growing pains. Life isn't easy. Life doesn't give breaks.
Come on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary burden on a young child.
Let's go, Kim. Yeah, it's actually super alright for kids to chew their hands off. Forget I said anything. Yeah, what you're doing
She
is wrong.
stands
Double
stiff
down.
and severe, silently fuming. 10 or so seconds pass without change. This is a person coming to terms with a new reality, one where they are wrong. It's not easy.
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologise. She must be freezing out there. There. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress.
It sounds like both the husband and the mother treat her the way she treats Annette.
Oh boy. You're like Annette to your husband. And to oh my goodness.
Well, my mother was horrible, of course. Absolutely perverse energies around that person. But my husband...
She shakes her head.
My husband is completely different, of course.
Yeah, well, why not? Let's get our business all up in here.
Yes, my husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter. Soon we'll both be off for Grand Couronne.
Yeah, what's
It's
that?
a proper place to live. One of the most peaceful neighbourhoods east of Jamrock. You may know it for its massive housing projects. Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. It's a great opportunity to get ahead of the crowds. Better times ahead for sure.
Is he involved in the
He made the
bookstore?
initial investment. Since then, he's been what you might call a silent partner.
Is she an only child?
Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... No, we couldn't have afforded more children, really. Not in this economy.
A glimmer of sadness blinks through the well-crafted exterior.
We're quite busy people, you know, my husband and I. Quite busy.
Quite busy.
Children are a lot of work. You don't look like a father, so I don't expect you to understand.
Don't look like... Excuse
I'm
me.
sorry. I'm sure you do understand.
I only have this random beanie that I found out in the mud. Kitchen, like, cleaning gloves on, you know. And a horrific necktie. Big judgment there. She'll just go to school
She's been too
anymore.
busy helping me here. So she studied at home this trimester. This is a temporary solution, of course. I assure you, I of all people understand the importance of education. She will be back in school the moment the store takes off.
And hell freezes over? Never mind. It's not a good topic to get into. The woman looks aloof. Her features much softer. Occasionally she glances at her daughter's silhouette.
Farewell for now, book peddler. What a ridiculous bit there. Okay, that was good. We got some experience on that. Take it easy, Mahomaho. Nice meeting you, and have a good rest of your day. Thanks for raiding over. Please buy every book as soon as you have money. I want to.
You see a tattered set of curtains and a polyhedron-shaped cage-like trinket.
All right. Okay, so let's examine the cage-like trinket.
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you.
That's terrible.
Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you.
What's behind the
Nothing.
curtains?
Now, please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
The books. Fiddling with her pendant.
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you, urging you to buy more books. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become.
Oh yeah, we got it. We're pulling this thing open.
Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers.
Her hand is closed around her pendant, her fingers nervously playing with the talisman.
Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
Is this the curse? Ooh, it's
No,
curse.
it's just a storeroom for the employees, I told you. Now please step away from the curtains.
I need to get in there.
Why? It's not like anyone was killed there.
She stops abruptly as her hand flies over her mouth, baffled by her own bluntness. The new camera angle. Yeah, so my other camera has decided to just shut off randomly in the middle of the stream today, so we're on the backup camera for the moment. I'm gonna have a take a look at it after the stream is over here.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers.
The powers. What are those? I sense this place calling for me. I must investigate beyond the threshold.
You do? My God, even more reasons not to mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear sir.
I'll think about it.
Thank you. Let's just talk about this first, all right? There's no reason for you to venture into the unknown.
What are you, a coward? Think about the marvelous adventures waiting for us on the other side.
I am pretty excited to open the curtains.
There is something mysterious about the curtains. Be careful. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
This time for real. Now let's hold. We'll hold. Do you have any interesting things to say?
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime Romance.
Yeah.
I already
Why are
told
you so uptight about
it's just a storage room for employees. I don't understand why it's so important to you. Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn to the books.
It's not like it's cursed, right?
No! Okay, fine. It's just because this place is cursed, just like everyone said. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined everything?
Yeah, we gotta ask about manifesting the curse.
The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation.
Shiver runs through the woman, and she looks around the dimly lit store.
It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy.
She peers at the curtains again.
Didn't that curtain just move?
I experienced some Yeah, previous financial troubles.
It's not just that, officer. We're dealing with something supernatural here. It's the cacodemons, feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements.
Oh no.
There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here.
Sounds familiar.
What does that mean?
Truly so? Perhaps the dark energies are leeching off you. You shouldn't stay in the store too long. It may be dangerous.
Why did you just tell me right away?
It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism, it's dangerous. Talking about the void wraiths angers them.
Wow. Void raves. You have new words.
Let's go. Have you sought help?
Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists and even a pair of Simonese mediators. They provided me with the wards.
She nods at the strange cage-like trinket on the curtains.
The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building. Even though now I fear it's not enough.
Oh boy. The pendant part of the ward?
Oh, this? No, it's a special Himian amulet, blessed by desert pygmy shamans, with a spell of compulsion. It's to compel people to buy books. There are numerous spells cast throughout the store. I had the books anointed with a different inducement spell, for example. It's guaranteed to boost sales 15%.
Guaranteed. Yeah, I think we need to investigate.
Most certainly not. I don't want anyone who's not familiar with the psychic arts to get involved in this mess. Stay away. Leave the spirits be, so they can return to their slumber.
Psychic arts? Sounds right down our alley.
That's what I'm saying. Convince her to let you investigate? Hi?
Slither up to her, you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy looks like.
I've handled paranormal situations before.
Are you sure? Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before.
Sense the psychic emanations from afar. The sleeper beyond calls.
I'm not sure I can trust your claims. Honestly, you look like a bit of a drinker. I'm sorry for being so blunt, but...
Wow.
The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook.
I love how he just rolled. Kim is the best. Just constantly rolling with our BS.
Go ahead then. Rock her world, he thinks. I'll compose some notes.
You have to drink the spirits in order to contact the void. I just say this one. It's very taxing.
How do you know all this?
Here we go.
I am the void revenant. The powers to debad all of the bad energies.
I should have realized. A pattern lies within the fabric. The hand of fate guides us. Our meeting couldn't have been mere chance.
Perhaps you truly are the one to deliver this woman from the doom.
But I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You are certain you can help us? Keep us safe? I can't allow any collateral damage to hit us.
Yeah, no problem.
If you promise, good officer, then you might be our last hope. Do you swear it?
Not feeling the vibe anymore, actually. No, yeah, let's do it.
Thank you, sir. There's one more thing I haven't told you about yet. The entity.
The entity?
Do not act surprised. You know of these things, sire.
Oh, true. Play cool. All right. Of course, the entity.
You have? The entity takes the form of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you know that she lives inside the chimney?
The passage between heaven and hell. Of course, of course.
Yes.
We all know
that
this.
chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains. God knows what she's doing there. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. What is the source of this curse? Here's the key to the warded door behind the curtains. Take it. Oh, and please do return to me after you've looked round. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse. What you discover in there.
Unbelievable darkness and ruin. What you discover? Probably just some office space. Don't be scared.
Holy moly. All right, we'll continue this. So we've now taken the first 3 hours of this day. And after we got kind of like shook up a little bit by the not gardener, we have gone on a roller coaster ride here in the bookstore. It's been quite good. I'm going to quickly save. New save. Come on, game. Beautiful. And folks, I'm going to call it there. It's time for me to call it for the day. It has been an absolute pleasure. It's been a very, very fun one today. We have a new PB by default, I guess. In Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis for Saveless. We'll continue more of those runs on Thursday. And yeah, we got pretty far along here in Disco Elysium. I feel like we got some stuff down there. I'm pleased with how that went.